What's up guys, welcome back here. Today I'm back for another video and now I'm back to do my free agency predictions. I may make this kind of like a mini series by doing like 10 free agents every video. But I'm going to do 10 free agents here, probably some of the most important free agents in this class. And if you enjoyed and want more free agency predictions, or if you want me to do a different video, comment down below what you want me to do. Don't forget to drop a like because you already know it's going to be a banger. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 100 by the end of the year at 37 right now. But now let's get started. So the first free agent we got is Anthony Davis. Now, there's some rumors about him going to Chicago during the season and stuff like that. But my prediction is that he resigns with LA. There's no reason why he would leave. This team is about to win a chip together, especially with LeBron still there. Why would he want to leave? He loves playing with LeBron. He loves playing in LA. I feel like he will resign to a long-term deal, at least 2 years at the minimum. He's not signing a 1-year deal to try to get cap space, but I see him signing long-term with LA. I feel like this is the place he wants to be. And then when LeBron starts to age and his contract expires, then maybe he'll go to Chicago, but for now, he's staying in LA. The second guy we got, Brandon Ingram, who is a restricted free agent. And no matter what, I see him re-signing with New Orleans. No matter what deal he gets, if it's a 1-year, $20 million deal, a 4-year, $15 million deal, 4-year max, 5-year max, no matter what, New Orleans is going to match. He was a bucket getter this year. He was their leading scorer, getting so many points, averaging a pretty efficient 23.8 points per game on 46.3% shooting. There is no reason why the Pelicans would want to give up on him. He is kind of their future along with Brandon Ingram, with Zion and like Lonzo, like Jackson Hayes and stuff like that. Brandon Ingram's a guy they just gotta keep. Next up is Andre Drummond, who has a player option, and I see him accepting that player option. Andre Drummond didn't get to play too much with Cleveland, and it's pretty obvious Andre Drummond's gonna want a payday, but he hasn't really shown too much, so I see him accepting that player option, and he's gonna go all out in Cleveland next year. So then the following year, when 2021 hits and people strike out on free agents, Andre Drummond will be here asking for a 4-year max, and there's gonna be that one dumb team who wants to pay him. But yeah, I see Andre Drummond staying with Cleveland. Him and Kevin Love, hopefully they could make some noise. Unlikely, but who knows, if 2K loves them, maybe in real life it'll work out. Next up, we're gonna have DeMar DeRozan, who has a player option, and my kind of bold take is that DeMar declines his player option and goes to sign with Detroit. I feel like Detroit, they're gonna try and be like a relevant team next year with Blake Griffin coming back playing with Derrick Rose. I feel like they want to give Derrick Rose that one last run. And signing a guy like DeMar DeRozan, a bucket getter like him, even though he's not the greatest first option, he's led teams as the first option before to at least the playoffs. And now he gets to play with a guy like Blake Griffin, guys like Derrick Rose, all who know how to get their own buckets, get a shooter like Luke Kennard. And I feel like the Pistons are going to try and make a push to hopefully pass the first round. Do I see it likely happening? No, but I feel like DeMar would want to give it a shot, signing only for 2 years just in case. If it ends up flopping, he'll request a trade or let his contract expire before he goes on to somewhere else. He could resign with San Antonio and they flip him. I was hearing a lot of Charlotte, I was hearing a lot of Orlando, but I want to make a kind of bold take, and I feel like Detroit would be that bold take. Next up, at our fifth player we got is Fred VanVleet, and I had it between two teams. It was either he was going to re-sign with Toronto or he's going to go to Phoenix. And honestly, I think Phoenix will be content with Ricky Rubio, and Fred VanVleet playing with a contender like Toronto. I feel like he'll want to stay there, so I got him re-signing with Toronto. I don't really the length of the deal, maybe like a 3-year deal, as long as he gets the money he's asking for. I feel like Toronto, the only reason why I was considering not re-signing Toronto is because Toronto's going to try and go for Giannis in 2021. But I'm like, is it really likely that Giannis is going to want to play in Canada? Unlikely. I would prefer that Fred VanVleet re-signs with Toronto. He had a great year. He really broke out with the loss of Kawhi. And they honestly felt like they were trusting him more in the clutch than Pascal Siakam at times. Him and Kyle Lowry were taking some of the big game shots. Even though Giannotti before Pascal Siakam, he could really help take the load off of Pascal Siakam as that first option. And like, continue that consistent basketball, the gritty defense they have, and hopefully they can become a title contender next year. The sixth player on my list will be Montrezl Harrell, and honestly, I see him signing with the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets, they have a bunch of young players at the guard position. They have a bunch of young players at the forward position, but they got no player for the future for the center position. And Montrezl Harrell is a great big who's still only like 26 years old, provides the energy. And honestly, as the young guy for Charlotte develops, Montrezl Harrell will be like in the middle of his prime, which could be really helpful for him. And I feel like they would want to give him a chance with LA really like losing hope on him after that huge choke job he did against Denver. He had like a -11 when he was on the court. It was funny, but like, yeah, I feel like Charlotte would want to give this man a chance. I feel like the Clippers would be like risking too much to try and pay him, and I feel like Charlotte would just be super willing to pay him. And I feel like that's what Montrezl Harrell would care about the most: the money for him, the security, and hopefully he has fun playing with guys like Delonte Graham, Taylor Rozier, athletic freaks, and Miles Bridges, a sharpshooter, PJ Washington, and maybe something could work out in Charlotte. So the 7th player I'm going to be doing is Davis Bertans, and honestly, I could see him signing with the Phoenix Suns. I feel like, I don't know why, I just don't feel like Washington is the right place for him. Like, he really grew there, but like, Washington's in a stuck situation where they have like Bradley Beal and John Wall to help move on next year, but I just feel like they want to trade those two guys to help them rebuild. And I feel like Davis Bertans doesn't want to deal with the confusion there and wants to go to a team who looks like they're growing and getting better and better as they just went 8-0 in the bubble. And then a sharpshooter next to DeAndre Ayton opens up the game for both of them so much more. And Davis Bertans has really grew to one of the best shooters in the league, and playing next to Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, with Kelly Oubre and Ricky Rubio, and you still have that 10th pick, the Suns are almost a confirmed playoff team, but we just gotta hope I didn't jinx it. The 8th player I'm gonna be doing is Christian Wood, and I see him resigning with Detroit. I feel like Detroit, they saw the growth that Christian Wood had throughout the year, and they're just gonna be willing to pay this man. And it's just going to help them even more with Blake Griffin coming back, and with my prediction of DeMar DeRozan signing with them. It's going to be a kind of logjam at the starting front court position, but they can make it work. And I feel like they're going to try with like the end of the East, like the 6 to 8 seeds, just not looking great at all. Some teams looking like they may have to start a rebuild soon. I feel like Detroit can try to sneak in, hopefully get a couple upset games against like a top seed, probably take like 1 or 2 games, but still lose in the first round. But who knows, Detroit could somehow make some noise. 9th, I'm gonna have Malik Beasley, and to be honest, I do not see him leaving Minnesota. I see him resigning to like a 3-year deal. Malik Beasley, ever since getting traded from Denver to Minnesota, turned up averaging 20.7 points per game on 47.2% from the field, 42.6% from the 3, and 75% from the line. Those are literally all-star numbers. Do I think he'll make that production next year? No, but he could be a solid 14-point per game scorer on this team, and I feel like he's really going to be a huge piece to the Minnesota future, and that they'll have to keep him. And the final guy I got is the boy Serge Ibaka, and I got him re-signed to Toronto because Toronto have 2 big men who are free agents, and I feel like I don't think they're on a roll with Chris Boucher as the center, and Marc Gasol's kind of getting way too old for their timeline, and I feel like he could be a solid backup, but he couldn't be a starter. And I feel like Serge Ibaka has the ability to be a starting center on hopefully a championship team with his shot blocking ability, his 3-point spacing, and just knowing how to play his role. He really helped Toronto with a great year this year, and hopefully they can run it back, maybe get a little bit better to hopefully push that edge to be a title contender again. What do you guys think of these free agent predictions? If you want 10 more players, just comment down below that you want them and drop a like, because you know that it means that y'all like it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace out, guys.